Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Adena Springs, Bevins Motor Company, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, Gainesway, GLC 5500, Horse Sense, Keeneland, Lanes Inn, Malone's, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Sally Horse Vans, Tailor Made Farm, Turftown Properties, and Warrendale Sales.
Hello everyone and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring the final start for European sensation Frankel in the Group 1 Champion Stakes, along with graded stakes action from Keeneland and two-year-old stakes racing from Delta Downs. We begin with fillies and mares sprinting down the hill at Santa Anita in the Grade 3 Senator Ken Matty Stakes. Barama, the 2-1 favorite. Trevor Denman has the call.
They are taking closer order, except for this leader, Kendall, who's still well clear. And Kendall now, no turning back. Kendall in front by 5 as they turn for home. Broken Dreams to Rhoda, 9th Infantry. Javine by Rama now hooking to the outside and coming home gamely, but Kendall clear. Kendall as well clear. Broken Dreams and by Rama finishing strongly. A 16th to go. Kendall digs deep, finds more. Broken Dreams catching on the outside. Kendall, Broken Dreams getting desperate. Broken Dreams got up.
Broken Dreams by Pin Oak Stud Stallion Broken Val stages a furious rally to defeat front-running Kendall by half a length. Garrett Gomez, the winning jockey, in 1:11-4. Broken Dreams also won this race last year, but the Tom Proctor trainee had managed only one other victory this season, a front-running score in the Osanita Stakes at Del Mar. The 6-year-old mare was bred in Florida by her owner, Glen Hill Farm. Broken Dreams has earned $377,000. To Keeneland for 3-year-old turf fillies in split divisions of the Grade 3 Pin Oak Valley View Stakes. Colonial Flag, the 5-2 favorite in the first division. Kurt Becker picks up the call.
Volcat is the leader. Volcat by 3 parts of a length, midpoint of the back stretch. Sapper Bell goes second between horses, 3 parts of a length. Cosmic Energy is third. Nyara fourth. Closing Range fifth. And moving up fourth. Now to challenge for third, 2 lengths off the lead. Laura Michelle stays out toward the center of the course. Medolina in between horses is in the 7th position. Run a Risk angles very wide from 8th and of the dance 9th. Miss Cato is still 10th and lingering with Colonial Flag at the back. Colonial Flag and Miss Cato, a lot of running to do. Angel Terrace last, 48 and 2/5 seconds for the first half mile. Volcat has the lead. Cosmic Energy goes second on the outside of Zapper Bell third. Laura Michelle is in 4th. Nyara 5th. Closing Range 6th. Medolina 7th and looking for an opening in behind horses. Run a Risk is 8th. Colonial Flag and then Miss Cato. Miss Cato angles out toward the grandstand side. Zapper Bell goes to the lead. Miss Cato charging. Angel Terrace is coming late. Closing Range up the inside. Miss Cato is still with Angel Terrace. These two side by side, matching strides all the way to the line. Photo for the win in the first division of the Pin Oak Valley View, and what a division it was.
And let's take another look at that photo finish. As longshot Zapper Bell begins to drop back, the battle is between Angel Terrace and James Graham between horses, and Miss Cato and Gabriel Saez on the outside. And 27-1 longshot Angel Terrace gets up to take the photo by a nose over Miss Cato. Angel Terrace is by Adena Springs stallion Ghost Zapper, who also is the sire of third-place finisher Zapper Bell, the first division in 144-3. Angel Terrace becomes the 10th graded stakes winner this year for her sire. The Jonathan Shepard trainee was coming off a 4th-place finish in the Nanny Rose Stakes at Saratoga. The winner was bred in Pennsylvania by George Strawbridge. Angel Terrace has earned $146,000 for Augustin Stable. Keeneland Stakes action is presented by Warrendale Sales. Come by the barn and inspect the Warrendale consignment at the upcoming Keeneland November sale. Pianist, the 9-10 favorite in the second division. Once again, here's Kurt Becker.
First half went in 48 and 1/5 seconds. Welcome Dance leads it by a length to the far turn. Pianist is second by a length. Daylight Ride is third by just a neck. English Class fourth up on the outside. Then a break of 5 more lengths. Ms. Ida is in the 5th position. She has some work to do to catch those top 4. They're midway on the far turn. More Than Love Than Dancing Solo and Fine Silver. Pianist and Welcome Dance side by side. English Class tries to join them far outside. Daylight Ride in behind the front trio looking for room into the stretch. Pianist now alongside of the leader. Welcome Dance. English Class is still moving on the outside. Daylight Ride is fourth. Ms. Ida is going to be coming late from fifth. English Class has wrestled the lead away into the final furlong of the Pinnock Valley View. Ms. Ida is coming quickly. Ms. Ida, English Class, Ms. Ida, yes, to take it for Sean Bridgemahan.
4-1 second choice, Miss Ida gets up to defeat Longshot English Class by a neck. Sean Bridgemahan up in 1:44-1. 3 consecutive stakes victories for Miss Ida, who won the Indiana Downs Distaff, followed by the Kentucky Downs Ladies Turf. This marked the first stakes win at Keeneland for trainer Steve Margolis. The winner was bred in Kentucky by her owners, Richard Bertram and Elaine Klein. A 4-time stakes winner this year, Miss Ida has earned $298,000. More racing coming up, but first here's the order of races for the Breeders' Cup World Championships. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with 2-year-old stakes action from Delta Downs coming up in this segment. But first to Keeneland for 3-year-old fillies in the Grade 2 Raven Run Stakes. Gypsy Robin, the 6-5 favorite. Kurt Becker has the call.
Gypsy Robin against the rail, leading Monono and Yankee Union. Sweet Cat fourth into the far turn. Sacristy fifth up on the outside, 2.5 lengths off the lead. Anna Sophia is in 6th position. Assateague is 7th. Killer Grace is toward the outside in 8th. Via Villaggio 9th. Lot 11 moves by her to the inside. Latia is in 10th position. A quarter mile to come. Going to have to go wide. 10 lengths off the lead. And Gypsy Robin has the advantage by 1.5 lengths off the far turn. Yankee Union second. Sacristy is third up on the outside. Monono drops back and forth. Assateague fifth. Sacristy coming after Gypsy Robin. Drama running late grandstand side. Still 7 lengths away though. And Gypsy Robin at the 16th pole. 5 lengths clear. 6 lengths clear. Gypsy Robin. John Velasquez to take the Lexus Raven Run.
Favored Gypsy Robin, the front-running winner by 4 lengths over Sacristy. John Velasquez aboard the Keeneland Sells Graduate in 1:21-3, a 1:08 brisk speed rating. Gypsy Robin now 3 for 3 over the Keeneland Poly track, including the Grade 2 Beaumont Stakes during the spring meeting. The Wesley Ward trainee was last seen finishing second to contested in the Grade 1 Test Stakes. The filly by Daher was bred in Kentucky by Cloyce C. Clark Jr. and was a $27,000 Keeneland September yearling. Owned by her trainer, along with King 9 Stables LLC, Gatewood Bell, and Brett Jones, Gypsy Robin has earned $498,000. John Velasquez with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. To Delta Downs for 2-year-old fillies in the My Trusty Cat Stakes. Madame Cactus, the 9-5 favorite. Don Stevens has the call.
Midway up the backstretch. Big scramble for the lead. Eel St. Molly and Carlos Gonzalez stick ahead in front. Here comes Cayeno. Down along the inside, got a seam, and she bursts right on through under Gerard Melancon. Cayeno now sticks ahead in front, but Eel St. Molly is not done. Between horses, it's My Daughter's Song, and rumbling up on the outside, sitting at the bar, who's making a big presence. Behind rivals here, it's Madame Cactus, who needs a way through traffic. The half went in 47.85. They're at the top of the lane, sitting at the bar. This 15-1 long shot sticks ahead in front. Along the inside, Cayeno is trying to battle back, and here comes Madame Cactus on the outside. Madame Cactus is rolling late. Madame Cactus and Richard Aramia go on to win the My Trusty Cat.
Favored Madame Cactus takes it by 2 lengths over long shots sitting at the bar. Richard Aramia, the winning jockey, in 1:27-1. Second in her first start at Del Mar, Madame Cactus was coming off a 6 1/4 length maiden victory at Santa Anita. Trained in California by Peter Urton, she was making her first start for Steve Asmussen. The filly by Cactus Ridge was bred in Kentucky by La Ciega LLC. Madame Cactus has earned $132,000 for Mr. and Mrs. Mark C. Farrell. Also from Delta Downs, 2-year-old Colts and Geldings in the Jean Lafitte Stakes. In his first start around 2 turns, Burn Identity, the 1-2 favorite. Once again, here's Don Stevens.
Up front, it's Mainwall on the inside. Mr. Bandini's band to the outside. They're matching strides onto the backstretch, just over a half mile to race. I've Struck a Nerve is back there racing in that third spot. Show Some Magic is backed off to be fourth. Moving up now, the favorite Burn Identity taking over fourth, and he starts to gain on the leaders. He's moving in tandem here with Let a Call on the outside. Back behind rivals, My Loot looks for some racing room. Then comes D National rallying from the back of the pack, 4 lengths front to back. As they hit the second turn, the half mile went in 47.95. They're coming for home. I've Struck a Nerve and Kerwin Clark have the lead, but here's Burn Identity to the outside. Burn Identity sticks ahead in front. I've Struck a Nerve trying to battle back. My Loot is on the far outside, and down at the rail it's Mr. Bandini's Band. These four at the top of the lane. Paco Lopez looks over his shoulder, and he's drawing clear with Burn Identity. Burn Identity has the lead into the stretch. 16th of a mile to go. My Loot is desperately trying to catch up, but he's not going to do it. Burn Identity wins the Jean Lafitte Stakes by 2.5.
Odds on favorite Burn Identity ships in to defeat My Loot officially by 3 lengths. Paco Lopez aboard the Keeneland Cells Graduate in 139-2. A nearly 14-length maiden winner at Belmont Park in June, Burn Identity followed with a sharp victory in the Grade 2 Sanford Stakes. In his last start, the Kelly Breen trainee finished third when Shanghai Bobby won the Grade 2 Hopeful Stakes. The colt by Bernstein was bred in Kentucky by Galleria Bloodstock, Crosshaven Bloodstock, and Petaluma Bloodstock. A $43,000 Keeneland January yearling turned $75,000 Keeneland September yearling. Burn Identity has earned $426,000 for George and Lori Hall. Burn Identity paid $3 to win and is the Malone's Favorite of the Week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. Lanes End would like to invite the public to the Stallion Complex on Midway Road for Fan Appreciation Day, Sunday, November 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. No appointment is necessary. Come see the outstanding Lanes End roster of stallions, including newest additions, Classic winner Union Rags, and multiple Grade 1 winner, The Factor. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with turf racing from Keeneland in this segment. Turf action is presented by Donna Brancini of Turftown Properties, your farm real estate specialist. Check her website, donna@turftown.com, for current listings. We begin with the Grade 3 Sycamore Stakes. 5-2 favorite Musketeer trails the field as we pick up the call by Kurt Becker.
It's single file formation here after 6 furlongs in 1 minute 14 and 2/5 seconds. I Owe You Big Time has the advantage by 4.5 lengths midpoint of the backstretch, and Long Shot Canaveral second by just over a length. Rahi Strada to the outside of Miami Deco now, third and fourth respectively. Gap of 2 more to Kindergarten Kid, gap of 3 more back to Seton Hall, and a margin of 5 more back to Musketeer, still last at the entry to the far turn, with I Owe You Big Time the one to catch. Leads it by 2 lengths. Canaveral now cutting into the margin, second 3 parts of a length. Miami Deco third. Rahi Strada is fourth and 4 lengths off the lead. Then Kindergarten Kid, Seton Hall, and Musketeer at the back. Just over a quarter mile remaining. I Owe You Big Time, the leader, top of the stretch here for Sanchez. It is I Owe You Big Time, chased by Miami Deco to second, Canaveral third, Rahi Strada, then Kindergarten Kid. Here's Miami Deco coming after I Owe You Big Time, who still has the lead a half length at the 8th pole. Rahi Strada in third. I Owe You Big Time, seeking a front-running victory here. Miami Deco second, then Kindergarten Kid. I Owe You Big Time. Miami Deco a final try. Kindergarten Kid is coming quickly between horses at the line. Kindergarten Kid wins it.
Kindergarten Kid splits horses in the stretch to defeat pace setter I Owe You Big Time by a neck. Julianne Leparoux aboard the Keeneland Cells Graduate in 2:31-4. Kindergarten Kid making his third start off a claim for Kenneth and Sarah Ramsey. After being haltered for $50,000 at Saratoga, the Mike Maker trainee finished third in both the Grade 3 Kentucky Cup Turf and the Grade 1 Joe Hirsch Turf Classic. The 5-year-old gelding by Dynaformer was bred in Kentucky by Alexander Groves Mats, LLC. Kindergarten Kid has earned nearly $339,000. The winner was consigned by Middlebrook Farm to the 2008 Keeneland September yearling sale, where he was purchased by Leal Stables, Nakoma agent, for $500,000. Graded stakes winner Kindergarten Kid, the Keeneland Cells Graduate of the Week. Turf fillies and mares at Keeneland in the Root and Riddle Dowager Stakes. Upper line, the 2-1 favorite. Once again, here's Kurt Becker.
6 furlongs, 1 minute 16 and 2/5 seconds, and Ciao Bella has the lead, and Upper Line is in pursuit for the win, is still there toward the inside into the far turn. Maid of Heaven is fourth. Janice Elaine now has changed lanes, moving from left to right to the far outside for clear running, but 3.5 lengths off the lead. Ciao Bella and Upper Line now go 1-2, and Janice Elaine continues to pick them up from third, 2 lengths off the lead now. Maid of Heaven is in fourth. They're coming to the quarter pole. Senata in fifth, 6 lengths away. Top of the stretch, Ciao Bella, 1 length to the good. Upper Line coming after her, however. Maid of Heaven is third. Janice Elaine is fourth. Ciao Bella and Upper Line going at it. Janice Elaine third, and then Bubbly Jane fourth down toward the inside. Senata fifth. Ciao Bella final furlong. Upper Line is right alongside. These two going at it. Late run again from Janice Elaine, but still third. Upper Line to the lead. Upper Line and James Graham to take the Rude and Riddle Dowager Stakes.
Upper Line takes it by 3/4 of a length over Ciao Bella, the winner under high weight of 123 pounds, and James Graham in 232 flat. Second to Senata in last year's Dowager, Upper Line captured the Grade 3 Bewitched Stakes over the course and trip during the spring. Trainer and co-owner Mike Stidham bringing her back 2 weeks after her third-place finish in the Grade 1 Juddmonte Spinster Stakes over the main track. The 5-year-old mare by Maria's Mon was bred in Kentucky by Stonerside Stable. This was the final start for Upper Line, who has earned nearly $773,000 for Stone Farm, John Adger, Oakcrest Farm, and Stidham. Now to John Siegel for the TCI Minute, your inside track to the Breeders' Cup, presented by Escondrea, standing at TaylorMade Farm.
This week on TCI, the Breeders' Cup picture gets a whole lot clearer as the pre-entries are finally out. We're going to dive into each of the 15 divisions and pull out who we think the headliners are, including last year's Breeders' Cup Ladies Classic winner Royal Delta, who's poised this year to take on the boys in the $5 million Breeders' Cup Classic. She'll have to face the likes of Game On Dude and also Dullahan in there. It'll be her biggest test to date. We're also going to talk about a division that's always grabbing headlines, and that is the Breeders' Cup Mile. This year is no different as we see Wise Dan, a horse that's won 3 in a row. He'll be taking on the likes of last year's Kentucky Derby winner Animal Kingdom and the best Euro coming over, which is X Celebration. It's going to be an exciting show. You can check it out at TripleCrownInsider.com. And as always, make sure you come back next week right here on Thoroughbred Week.
Coming up, an undefeated European champion. Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Ascot for the final start for reigning European Horse of the Year Frankel in the Group 1 Champion Stakes. Despite the soft going, Frankel the 1-5 favorite. Here's the call by Richard Hoyles.
10 furlongs, they're off and racing. Frankel slow away, has dwelt and just required pushing into the bridle for the early stages, and as such he's lost Bullet Train at the front, who's having a look round Ian Mongan to see where Frankel is, and now Tom Queally faces a dilemma. Having slept in the stalls, how close does he move at this early stage? Cirrus Zegler goes forward. Bullet Train clearly being restrained in an attempt to try and get Frankel on his back. His rider looking round persistently. Nathaniel is in third place with Master of Hounds. A little bit of early drama with Frankel in fifth place. Sleeping coming out of the stalls, and Pastorius is last of the 6. So Cirrus Zegler with Nathaniel now pushing on into second place. Bullet Train trying to get in front of Frankel in third and fourth place, but unable to slipstream him. He's following Nathaniel instead. In fifth place is Master of Hounds, and Pastorius is last of the 6. So Cirrus Zegler up the side of the course leads. Bullet Train just trying to make himself a nuisance up the inside once more and trying to move to the rails. In third place is Nathaniel. Frankel keeping his powder dry, riding rather than chasing the pace, which has been picked up by Bullet Train, eyeballing Cirrus Zegler as they make their way up inside the final 5. Nathaniel in third, Frankel in fourth, then Master of Hounds, and at the rear of the field is Pastorius. So out in front, Bullet Train leading and pressing on by a length or so now with half a mile to travel. From in second place, Cirrus des Aigles. Nathaniel is in third place. Frankel is in fourth with the pink cap and trying to move forward now into a challenging position. Master of Hounds and Pastorius as they move through with 3 furlongs to travel. Cirrus des Aigles corners in front from Nathaniel. Frankel pulls towards the outside. The pink cap, Tom Queally, beginning to try and close down. Cirrus des Aigles from Nathaniel. Frankel keeping closer, still being held together by Tom Queally. Cirrus des Aigles, Frankel moves alongside. Queally's finger poised on the button for one final electric burst. Frankel bidding to settle it. Cirrus des Aigles is making a fight of it on the far side. Frankel extends. Cirrus des Aigles is a worthy adversary, but up towards the line. All comers, all grounds, all beaten. Frankel won the Champion Stakes and lives up to the title.
After spotting his rivals a couple of lengths at the break, Frankel rallies to defeat last year's winner, Cirrus des Aigles, by a length and 3/4. Regular jockey Tom Queally up in 2:10.22. Considered by many the best horse ever to run in Europe and perhaps the greatest thoroughbred racehorse ever, Frankel has won his 14 starts by a combined margin of more than 76 lengths. An inspiration for 10-time European champion Sir Henry Cecil, who is battling stomach cancer. Frankel has won 10 Group 1 stakes and has defeated 23 Group 1 winners during his spectacular career. The 4-year-old colt by Galileo was bred in Great Britain by Juddmonte Farms and is named in honor of Hall of Famer Bobby Frankel, who trained many great Juddmonte runners in the U.S. prior to his death in 2009. Shortly after this latest victory, owner Prince Khalid Abdullah officially announced Frankel's retirement. Frankel has earned nearly $4.8 million, and he stands to earn millions more at stud. We'll have 2-year-old stakes action from opening day at Churchill Downs next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson has been presented by Adena Springs, Bevins Motor Company, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, Gainesway, GLC 5500, Horse Sense, Keeneland, Lanes End, Malone's, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Sally Horse Vans, Tailor Made Farm, Turftown Properties, and Warrendale Sales. Online at tbredweek.com.